If you're going to use cyber insurance as a framework, it's going to be challenging if you're basing it against applications because all applications are different. Telling clients that if they put the wrong security information on their cyber application, then they won't be covered for a claim is probably not the way you want to be upselling them on security. Oh, a cyber insurance application, it's just another form of compliance auditing, right? You go through the application and say, oh, well, it's asking about these things, you should make sure you have them. At best, that's kind of deceptive. And I understand wanting to have the conversation to say, hey, my cybersecurity controls align with the insurance requirements that are out there. But the real problem that a lot of MSPs are running into is they're looking at that list of security controls and they're saying, oh, this is where my client needs to be in order to qualify for insurance, in order to get insurance. And that's not really accurate. You have carriers who effectively are asking all these security questions on their form. Yes, some of them apply to everyone. Others apply to just some clients based on their industry and revenue, and even others are just for the carrier to be able to start collecting data on loss ratios and what may cause losses and how a particular client might respond to a loss if they have certain security controls in place. So they're asking for this laundry list of security. Not all of it really affects pricing or eligibility for insurance. So leaning into the app and saying, hey, this is what you need to have, may actually cause your client to overspend on security to the point where even if it does cut some of the rates on the insurance, they look at it and say, well, I'm so secure now that I really don't even need the insurance and I can't really afford it because I spent all my money on cybersecurity. So it's kind of a balance game that we need to play. My biggest concern right now with clients is that when they look at an application and they see all these security controls, they think to themselves, okay, do I really need insurance at all? Like, how much of a target am I? We all know the objections. Am I really a target? Do I have any data that can be lost? The answer is yes in both cases, obviously, from someone in the cybersecurity space looking in, but to the client, to convince them of that is challenging. And what they may end up doing is saying, oh, the laundry list of controls is too much. I'm just going to go and get an endorsement policy added on to my business owner's policy. So like maybe $100,000 in total cyber coverage. I have seen tons of underinsured clients. You could see an average loss in revenue just from business downtime. So I'm not even getting into all the other expenses that go into a cyber claim. In just 15 days for a client to see, oh, I could lose $750,000 in revenue. That's the kind of thing that can help them understand why they need that $1 million in coverage or $2 million in coverage, right? When you can quantify that potential loss in a way that the business owner will understand. And then you can pair that up against the security control needs that are going to help them get the policy that's going to best fit their risk. I'm not saying you should, the goal of cybersecurity and the goal of MSP sales is we want to get our clients as secure as we possibly can. MSPs should be setting tech budgets with their clients so that they know how much they should be spending on cybersecurity year over year. Right, this is part of the mature MSP model, but the challenge that we run up against is that we want to always push them against a framework, and I think that's good. But pushing them against a cyber insurance application is going to be challenging because every application looks different. Carriers are all looking at different security controls. There's a lot to take into consideration. It makes it hard for you as an MSP to create a singular framework on insurance because one client might come to you with this carrier's app and another client might come to you with this other carrier's app, and you're not aligning a security stack to something you can replicate easily, because you're aligning it to a specific carrier's need based on a specific client. And it's like, does the carrier even care about that stuff? I don't know, right? So that's where being able to have the conversation around, is the client carrying enough coverage to meet their financial loss potential, is huge. And that's going to help uncover then the security controls that are going to help keep that pricing down, as opposed to saying, hey, you just need to get everything that's on this application. So that's my recommendation, but also ultimately my biggest concern is when clients are approaching with insurance questions or insurance needs or whatever, to just look at them and say, hey, you need to get all these things in order to get a policy, usually isn't true. Let's actually take what you currently are covered for with your current policy and put it alongside your actual risk potential, and we can have a conversation based on that. And that'll help you as an MSP then understand how you can better secure them so they become eligible for the type of policy they need that's going to fit their risk. If you're going to use cyber insurance as a framework, it's going to be challenging if you're basing it against applications, because all applications are different. Instead, match what you can do on the security front against what they would potentially lose if their business were to be down for 15 days. And then have the insurance conversation as the way to merge those two needs together. That's the real key. If you can do that, you're going to provide a ton of value to your clients, and they're going to be able to understand the need for security in a language that makes sense to them, money.